if there's one thing, you gave me, if someone said, Oliver, I'm sorry, from this point onward for the rest of your life, you can only use one thing. I say, listen, doesn't matter. Give me the 50% rule and let me just buy whenever green takes out red in the area of a 50% pullback. And I'm set. I'm set for life. Do you understand? Powerful. So good. That's another concept down. Damn, we are on a roll. The power of 50%. The power of 50%. Now, guys, this is throughout a zillion of my videos. I'm always constantly telling my traders, cut everything in half. Cut everything in half. I want them going out in nature and looking at a tree and I say, cut it in half. Someone hands you a banana. I want you to imagine, just cut the banana in half. Everything half. Half everything. And when you get used to seeing the halfway mark of everything, this will improve your trading because everything is about halves here. You see, I tell my traders that for whatever reason, the market, if the market gives you a move like that, the halfway mark is very important. Now, it's a general zone. Everything is a zone. It's never a narrow, skinny line for anything in the market. We're talking the 50% zone of something. And this works in reverse too. A downward move, boom, cut that downward move in half. And that's going to be an interesting area of support and resistance. So take a look generally at Bitcoin. We're looking at the daily chart of Bitcoin now, I believe. No, this is the weekly chart. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, and by the way, guys, do you know when I got my traders in the world into Bitcoin? Right here. Now, that's not rocket science. That's just playing off the 200, no? And then the 20 gets respected. Uh-oh, the 20 is being respected now. Get ready. Boom, boom, boom. Now, look at this move. I want you to look at this move. All right, you see it? See that move? Now cut this bad boy in half. Remember, it's a zone. It's about the halfway mark, right? More or less. If there is one concept that we make the vast majority of profits on, it's this one. It's this one. Because I can show you right now where I have my traders piling into Bitcoin here. Halfway mark. All right. Halfway mark. And boom. Now, this is a little wrinkle on the way to the high, right? Just like this is a wrinkle too. See that wrinkle? Wrinkle. But that's a wrinkle. All right. Don't let the wrinkles fool you in terms of making you separate the move. That's one move. This is not two moves. This is just a pause in the midst of one move. Okay. Now cut this in half. Listen, I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I don't know you. I don't know about you. I know what I'm doing. That's the buy button, by the way. 50%, 50, the power of the 50%, the power of the 50%. Guys, I will tell you, if there's one thing you gave me, if someone said, Oliver, I'm sorry, from this point onward for the rest of your life, you can only use one thing. I say, listen, doesn't matter. Give me the 50% rule and let me just buy whenever green takes out red in the area of a 50% pullback, and I'm set. I'm set for life. Do you understand? Powerful. Now, people, I get traders sometimes, Oliver, why? Why does this work? Why does the 50%, why is it so accurate? I don't know. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I would be lying if I knew why. But I mean, it's freaking amazing. And I can't tell you how email works, how the protocol works. I can't tell you that. All right. I can't tell you how the internet works. I just use it. All right. I can't tell you why. I just use this. And I've been using this for over 30 years. And it's as reliable as they come, guys. The 50% mark. Now, one last thing I will share with you, all right, is notice how I made you aware of the pause in the middle, and the pause on the way to the high. So here's the move, and you see the pause, right? Here's the move, and you see the pause. Where is that pause? In the freaking middle. That pause is the 50%. So when I see a big move and I get a pause, I project this on the other side of the pause. Let's do it again. I get this move, I get a pause, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm going to project this on the other side of the pause. Isn't that freaking genius? Pauses are often halfway too. This is the power of the 50%. Wow. Wow, right? Yeah, I know. You can say it. Is it wow for you? Wow? Yeah? Let me know. Wow? Wow? Yeah? Is it wow? Let me know if it's wow. I know people are saying them. I'm not going to tell him. He wants me to say it, but I'm not going to say it. I know it's wow. Everybody knows. You can say it. Everybody already knows. All right, guys. All right. Now, think about this. I want you to fill the gap in. Fill this gap in. Like we closed here. Now, fill it in as if it traded all the way down there. All right. Boom. That's where we open. Now, I want you to take this giant red move to the downside, and I want you to cut it in half. Does this make sense so far? Yes? Follow me so far? We're filling the gap in, and we're cutting the gap in half. Okay? Now, what I tend to do, guys, is I tend to take the third, all right? I tend to take third level and the third level here. So this becomes a very interesting zone. So it's a little bit below the 50% mark, a little bit higher than the 50% mark. So let's call this 66. Let's call this 3340 or so. You want to be Fibonacci, we call this 33. We call this 66. All right, 50 being kind of in the middle. All right. What do I start doing? I start going short
right up into this area. I actually put an earlier short on, but just a small one. But this is where my size came into play, right into this area. Now, the reason why I believe that shorting this area was the key was simply because, let me go back here. Let me see if I'm going to have to redraw this again. But look at where your data, look at where your traffic jam is. See that drop down there? Look at where, see this drop here? So look at where your traffic jam is in this area, all right? You got your traffic jam here in this area. You're coming, you're clear to the left here, all right? You got to go way back in the day. You got to go all the way back to the morning, well, the early afternoon or whatever, based on my time, to even get some conflict here. But when you start to get here, you start to get conflict there. Do you see what I'm saying? You start to move into conflict starting there. Now if I go left, I'm right there. Now if I go left, I'm right there. Does this make sense? I'm running into traffic. I had a free highway from here to there, but now I don't have a free highway. My car can't operate at full speed anymore. I'm running into traffic. The highway was devoid of cars before. I had no cars in my way. I could press on the gate. I could press on the pedal. But now I'm running into traffic. I got to slow my car down up in this area here. So boom, 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 boom.
All right. So I want it, guys. I just want it one last time. I want it one last time to talk to you. I want it one last time to share with you. I want it one last time to give you something. And guys, every time I do this, I try to share something that's truly potentially life-changing for you in your trading life. I don't share fluff. I try to give something that if you really implement it, it will deliver for you for the rest of your life. These concepts don't break down. These concepts don't change. They're based on universal truths connected to the emotional actions of human beings. All right. These things are so measurable because people are so predictable when they are under the influence of fear and greed. Their actions can be studied, and you'll see great similarities in the responses of people under extreme fear and greed. And their repetitive, similar actions under these two forces, fear and greed, cause the same patterns to occur over and over again. And that's what charting is about. We're charting human behavior. All right. And the study of charts is not the study of companies. It's not the study of financial instruments. It's the study of human beings. I always get this. People say, Oliver, what should I study to become a better trader? Should I study accounting? Should I study economics? I'm like, no, get that out of here. You don't need that. Study psychology. If you're going to study anything to become better, study psychology. Study human behavior, because it's the human behavior that's forming these bars. And some people say, well, Oliver, what about the algorithms? What about the machinery that's trading the markets now? And No, they're still created by human beings. The fruit doesn't fall too far off the tree. They are more efficient at being a human being, but they're still built by human beings. So it's the same as far as I'm concerned, you know? All right, guys. So anyway, I hope you found this information helpful, guys. I really do.